Hi, my name is Tuesday Berry. Today I'm going to be talking about molestation and rape. This goes out to all the victims who had to experience something like this in their life. I just wanted to let you know that you are not alone. I'm going to go back. When I was about 11 years old, I was molested as a child. For about a year, I didn't say anything. I was very ashamed, scared, and in a lot of fear. So I kept it to myself. I know now that wasn't the right thing for me to do. Sometimes we feel that we can't say anything or we can't get help because we think that people don't understand us or are gonna blame us or say it's our fault. I want you to know it's not your fault. No one has the right to assault you. No one has the right to do anything to you against your will. At the age of 23, I was taken to a place and was set up by a friend, someone that I thought was a friend. I had met her while I was staying in the battered women's shelter. She had asked me to go out on a date with her and two men. At first, I didn't want to do it, but she kept pressing me, saying that she didn't want to go by herself. Me thinking that I could trust her, I decided, okay, I will go. So I said, on one condition, that my children would have to go with me. We ended up going, we got in a cab, we went to a rooming house, and one of the guys said that he had forgot his wallet. So we all got out the cab, went upstairs to his room. Me not thinking anything of it at the time. They said, my friend and the guy that she was with said that they was gonna go to the store. And when she said it to me, I just got this strange feeling inside of me. Kinda as if God was trying to tell me something, but I just didn't know exactly what it was. So I told her that I didn't feel comfortable being left there. But I didn't think anything would happen because I had my children with me. Well, one thing led to another, and the guy was trying to make advances at me. I explained to him that I was seeing my children's father and that I was not interested. He didn't want to listen. So he decided to take it upon himself to rape me in front of my children. I tried fighting him off, and then it was like my body just froze. Long story short, he had sex with me against my will. And I remember that day I screamed so loud, thinking that someone would come and save me. My children were crying, and my friend and the guy that she left with actually called the phone. So I'm screaming to them that I needed help to come and save me. No one came. Meanwhile, I'm trying to fight this guy by scratching, kicking, pulling his hair, whatever I could do to get him off of me. I finally got him off me after he had sex with me, and I ran. I just took my children and I just ran. As I opened the door, there was someone standing in the hallway outside the door and did nothing. So I ran down the street, not realizing that my pants were still down to my ankles at the time. Me and my children almost got hit by a state trooper who got out the car and decided to help me. He called an ambulance, They called the shelter where I was staying at. The shelter came and got my children as they took me to the hospital. I remember laying in the hospital, scared, angry, confused, not understanding why would this man violate me like that with my kids being there. But see, I noticed in these times we have monsters, and they feel that it's okay for them to just take advantage of women for no reason. He didn't know me because I denied him, so he felt like he could take what he wanted to take from me. That's crazy. I, at the time, was kind of scared. But I told myself that I had to be strong and I needed to get justice for what he did to me. No one deserves to go through that. And to have someone violate you in a way is despicable. But there are people like that out there. And sometimes we're too ashamed to say these things that happen to us. But the one thing that I need for you to know, whether you're a man or a woman, because there are men that this thing happens to too, they're just too ashamed to say anything. No one deserves to be treated that way. No one deserves to be violated. And no one deserves to have anyone do anything to them, especially in front of children. Even if you don't have children, it does not give no one the right to violate you. He got arrested, and when the police asked him, what does it mean when a woman says no? He had the nerve and audacity to tell a cop that it means yes. It's not right. That is your body. And you have the right to do with what you want to do with it. So for someone to come and take something from you, it's undescribable. I had so many emotions running through me, having to get all these shots, worrying if I was going to have AIDS because I didn't know who he had sex with. I didn't know anything about this man. And then the fact to know that I had a friend that, a girl that I thought was a friend, because she's not a friend. She knowingly left me to a place where she brought me, and I trusted her because my children were there, so I thought I would be safe. So if there's anyone out there that is going through anything like this, say something. Get help. Find a rape crisis group. Tell a friend. Tell a loved one. Tell a pastor. Go to the police. Because no one has the right to violate you in any kind of way. That was horrifying, not only for me, but for my children. They were little at the time. All they knew that mommy was being hurt by a man, and they tried to save me. They were little kids. They can't fight off a monster. But they tried to protect their mom. They knew something was wrong. So I'm asking you, if you don't feel safe going to anyone, reach out to me, because I know what you've been through and I know what it feels like. I'm begging you, don't keep this to yourself, because it can destroy you. I started drinking really bad because I wanted the pain to go away. And it didn't. All these years later, I still battle with that. But I have God on my side to make it easier for me. I was angry at him because I didn't understand why I went through this when I was a little girl, and I had to go through this again as a grown woman. But I found out it wasn't God's fault. It wasn't my fault. You just have some evil people in this world that feel they can do anything to people and get away with it. But I'm telling you, here, now, and today, you are not in this by yourself. So if you're experiencing anything like this, or if you're going through it and you don't know how to deal with it, find someone to talk to. If you can't do it yourself, you can reach out to me through my email, which is Berry, Berry, Tuesday, TOOSDHI 605, at gmail.com. Keep yourself safe. Be strong enough to use your voice. We have rape crisis groups. We have rape crisis hotlines that are out there and willing to help you. Go to the police because they can help. I know you may feel like they can't. I know you may feel like you don't want to tell anyone, and you may feel ashamed. I've seen women that have committed suicide because of experiencing things like this, and I don't want that to happen to you. There was a time that I wanted to commit suicide, but I had to remember that I had 4 little boys that needed a mother. So please, get help. Talk to someone. Or you can even reach out to me and we'll do it together. Justice will help. It might not take the pain away just like that. It takes time. But you have to have the voice. And I'm not just saying this to the women. I'm saying it to the men too. Because I have male friends that it happened to. They didn't know how to deal with it. So they turned to drugs and alcohol. Burying the pain does not make it better. It makes it worse. Bottling them feelings and emotions inside of you, that's a dark place to be inside of. And I don't want you to be in a dark place. You need to shine the light, your light. Call on God if you don't know him. Just say, Jesus, I need you. Save me. And I promise you, he will come to you and he will listen and he will wipe all your tears away. So please, if this has happened to you, even children, tell your parents, tell a teacher, a friend, a friend's parent, relative, whoever you have. Say something. This is your life. And I don't want you to ever feel like you can't say what happened to you. There's a place called Pathways for Change in Worcester, Massachusetts. They are amazing. They helped me to save my life. and they helped me with the grace of God to be able to come and say this to you today. I love you so, so much. Take care of yourself and know you are not in this alone. That's all I have to say.